with one last thing, one last, but wait, there's more. We're going to dilate about a point now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take we'll take our directions, which way they are or their relationship to the point, and then apply the skill factor to that. The just quick vocabulary, I've said it every single time. We've said it all this whole unit when we are looking at transformations. The pre-image is the original points or figure or shape. The image is the new points or figure or shape. For dilations, they do preserve orientation. The shape is still going to be facing the same way. So dilations and translations are the only ones that preserve orientation, and but this one does not preserve rigidity. It's going to get larger or smaller. And then the scale factor is applied to both the horizontal and vertical direction, so not just one or the other. So I am going to look at the point. I'm going to dilate this triangle by a scale factor of 2. That means it's going to get larger because my scale factor, or K, is larger than 1. So then about the point 4, 5. So I'm going to go over 4, up 5. And so I am going to look at the direction here. That is 4. So to double that, I'm going to get 8. And then this direction is 1. So to double that, I'm going to get 2. So I'm going to be 8 and 2 away from my actual point. So here is my A prime. All right, now moving on to B. This direction is a 1. So I'm going to go 2, and then this direction is a 1. So I'm going to go 2 as well. So 2. So here's my new B prime. And then C is at 7, 1. So we'll look there. Let's look at the directions there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This direction is 4, and this direction is 3. So I'm going to go 8 and 6. Oh man, barely have enough room. So there's C prime. So there is my new triangle dilating the shape ABC about a point, 4, 5. All right, number 2, we're going to dilate this triangle. It says ABC, it's supposed to be EFG by a scale factor of 2 about the point 2, 1. So 2, 1 is actually inside the shape, that's fine. Okay. So let's look at F. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So up, so 2 and 2. So I'm going to be 4 and 4 because my scale factor is 2. So I apply it to both the vertical and horizontal distance there. So I'm going to erase all of this mess and then do the same thing for E. Up 2, over or to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go up 4 instead of just 2, and then over to over 10. Sorry. So here's my new point, E prime. And then G is at, it is 1 to the left. And then it is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go 2 to the left and down 10 because that's 5 times 2. So there's G prime. So this time it like totally encompassed our original, our pre-image. Our image was way larger, was actually way outside of that one. It's not way, yes, it's 2 times as much, but sometimes it looks like it shifts right or left. I think that's based on where the point that you're dilating about. Since our point of dilation was inside the shape, it just made it bigger and go around that shape. Okay, so this time we are going to dilate triangle XYZ by a scale factor of 1/2. So since our k is less than 1, then it's going to be a smaller triangle. Okay, so if I got something that was bigger, I need or the same size of some sort, then I want to make sure that it right. And I'm at negative 3, 1. So negative 3, 1. I'm going to start with x. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 and 4. I'm going to take half of that. So it's going to be 2 and 2. And there's my new x prime. I'll go through and erase all this junk. Okay. Now then, a y, this one's kind of nice because it's just straight over 10. So it's this way 10. And so half of that is 5. So I'm just going to go over 5, not to 5 on the x-axis, but just go over 5. And so that gives me my new y. And then z, let's see here, is over to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, an uneven number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 7. So that's going to be over 3.5 and down 3.5. So 1, 2, 3.5, just a little bitty bit. And then down 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. So it's right in the smack dab in the middle of that circle. Excuse me, that square. And that's z prime. So now I'm going to kind of clean this up so I can see my new figure here. So this is my new one. So I set out to do what I wanted to do. I did have a smaller shape. I want to make sure that that's the case because k was less than 1, so I know it's going to be smaller. And since it's shifted to the left because our point of dilation was shifted to the left from the origin. All right, so on your challenge question, I just want you to explain if you think a dilation of 3 halves would be an enlargement or a shrink, and then explain your thinking there. So that's it. This is wrapping up all of our transformations. Now the tough part is here because now you're not going to be seeing these transformations all the time, but we're still going to see them in our skill checks. You're still going to see them on your exam. So you still need to remember them, but being able to keep them straight, being able to keep which one's a translation, which one's a reflection, which one's a rotation, all of that is kind of challenging. So I encourage you to continue to work with Bookit because I think that's great for vocabulary. So that way you can continue to keep these things fresh. So if you have an extra I don't know, 5 minutes at the end of class somewhere, or even in class, you don't want to start something, you can always check out a Bookit and just kind of help keep those things fresh in your mind. So that's it for all transformations. If you're ready for your skill check, get that open. If not, practice first, get a better feel for these dilations, and then take off with that skill check.